Fontaine doesn't like what he has. Kerwin forced to kick it up top. One-timer. King shoots. Koskinvold makes the save. Still in the zone. King pressured. Johnson forced to pinch. Sent down low. A chance on the backhand. Score! Stevens on the power play. 3-2. From high up above Heritage Bank Center, welcome into the broadcast booth alongside David Ventura. I'm Rudy Hodgson. Cyclones are celebrating Justin Vive, 292 career points, the most in Cyclones history. He will carry that leadership into tonight's game against a opponent that we don't usually see very often, the Utah Grizzlies. Delayed penalty. Cyclones will be on the power play. Stevens, one-timer, Riom, tipped and they score! Justin Vive does it in style, 292! The all-time leader in points in a Cyclone sweater is Justin Vive. Kidney up to the point. Smolinski thought about a shot, goes out to Krebs. And now it's a 2-on-1, could be a 2-on-0. Stonehouse in, he shoots, save is made. The rebound denied by Iberico. Fabulous save from the rookie, and the Clones still have life. Kidney trying to work it out, he does. Turns on the afterburners, drives in, goes across, one-timer, scores! Kidney to Kerwin. Bang, bang, 3-2 Clones. Now to the middle we go. Bielik on the left wing drops it back. Walker goes cross ice. The one-timer fought off by Scarfoni as he makes his first save of the night. Now Preston back up top to Walker. Saucered over Bielik. He centers a chance. And a glove save by Tommy Scarfoni. Way to check into the game, Tommy. Sikic steals the puck away. Trying to feed Bernier. Now Fontaine centers. Score! Fontaine found Bernier, and the Clones get the first. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. Welcome back here inside of the broadcast booth alongside David Ventura. I'm Rudy Hodgson. Catch your breath. The Cyclones find a way. 4-3 the final score here in overtime. It is their 11th overtime win of the season. Now 11-3 in overtime, 12-3, including the shootouts.
Or not, so finding that confidence right now, huge for the Clones.
This is a Fort Wayne team that has only scored more than 2 goals once in their last 5 games. They're coming off of a 1-0 victory over the Indy Fuel. That was led by Janssen. He was able to pick up the no-no. And for Janssen, that was his 5th of the season. Bollinger, he shoots, goes wide. Clones center it. Murray not able to settle down the hot pass from Fontaine. No Stonehouse. Goes to the end wall. Petruzzelli. He gets met there by the frame of Aaron Bollinger. Petruzzelli trying to work it up the wall. Taken away by the Cyclones. They have other plans. Bollinger to Vilio. That is a defensive combination we've seen steady for the last few weeks. The chemistry they've developed. This is your offensive driving defenseman. This is the duo that creates.
They're both slippery players that can just slide into dangerous parts of the ice.
Here's an example. Fed over. Rings off the post. Johnson to Smolinski. To the near side, Stevens, who fires it wide. Clones on the verge of the first of the game. But it beat everything but the bar. To the far side, Johnson from distance. Might have been tipped by Helgeson. Either way, kicked away by Janssen. Best chance of the period and of the game so far for the Cyclones. As the puck is played out, Capone now with some room. Goes in on Smolinski, drives on Appleby. Feeds it up top. A shot from Bloom, fought off by the shoulder of Appleby. Kicked up to the point. Rayom chases. Trying to get the better of Feist. Right by the hashes, Rayom not able to get the clearance. It's Magera who keeps it in the zone. He plays it out of midair. And the Clones will just saucer it over, and they catch Nick Rayom in stride. One-on-one with Inamoto, but Inamoto gets the better of the first-year pro. Clones forecheck, still busy. They keep it in the O-zone. The pass to Rayom did not connect, and Inamoto takes a check from Kennedy. who was back in the lineup after a game off. Puck stripped away by Brown. He has room and fires it wide on the glove side. Puck zooms out of the zone down to the Fort Wayne end, and Kidney, shot out of a rocket, gets the puck in the offensive zone, and here comes big Justin Vive. Has points in 3 of his last 4 games, including 2 goals and an assist. Inches closer and closer to 300 career points with the Cincinnati Cyclones. He'd be the first in franchise history to do that. Bernier gets it over, looks to center. Taken away between the circles, Tutayev. Janicki tied up with Vilio. He'll rim it over to the near side. Bernier looking for the clearance, and Kidney will do the rest from there. There goes Alex Aliardi from Fort Wayne, Indiana himself. Serves as the captain, the local man. Fontaine takes a check. The arms stay down. The crowd wanted it. Smolinski not able to get the pass that went his way, and it goes out to the neutral zone. Stonehouse dangles past Johnson, drives into the slot. And the Cyclones able to regain their defensive composure as now Smerik sends one to the net. Stonehouse swats at it. Clones turn it over. Petruzzelli, deep slot. He shoots, takes a bounce. The rebound denied by Appleby. Petruzzelli. Puck was played by a hand pass. We got a whistle. 12:50 on the clock. Still 0-0 here at Heritage Bank Center. Let's take a breath. A look inside of Heritage Bank Center. Cyclones currently in the middle of their longest homestand of the season, 7 games. Tonight we see number 6. The Cyclones have had some success in this latest homestand, including right now the 4-game winning streak that they're on.
Yeah, and for Cincinnati trying to get to a 5-game winning streak for the first time this season. The forecheck so far has had some good looks in this game, and forecheck going to be a pivotal part of Cincinnati finding that offense consistently against Fort Wayne.
Not just for the Cyclones, but for the Comets as well. That is a part of their game as Smerik gets greeted by the Cincinnati faithful, and at center ice, Helgeson will play it down with the backhand. Helgeson gets inside on Smerik. It is Kidd trying to find a little bit of space. Gets tied up with Magera, who currently leads this Fort Wayne team in points with 50. 25 goals, 25 assists. Johnson with some pressure, backhanded out to the neutral zone. Bloom, who's had some success in this building, but not as a Comet. Last time he was here, he was a part of the K-Wings, and he had 4 goals as the Cyclones get called for offside. So the rich get richer. This is a Fort Wayne team that has reloaded with some new faces and some oh-so-familiar ones as well.
Yeah, and Josh Bloom, one of the big ones for them for sure. You mentioned those 4 goals against Cincinnati when he was on the K-Wings, 9 points over his last 5 games. So some added on depth for this Fort Wayne team that already has a lot of skill on it, knowing that Fort Wayne wants to make that push through the postseason with the eyes on a championship appearance.
Comets are chasing the Toledo Walleye for that number 1 spot in the Central. The Clones fighting for their playoff hopes. Fed back to Kennedy, who laces one. Goes off the stick of Janssen. Riom trying to knock it loose. Able to get it for a moment. Goes between the circles. Riom loses his stick. It was taken away by Inamoto. Out to center ice, the Cyclones regather. Jaworski tries to chip it up. Puck does advance for Jaworski, but he now has to chase Capone, who quickly feeds Feist. A breakout for Fort Wayne. Murray gives the puck a ride to the near side. Vive sent down Capone. And the Clones get away with one there as Henry nearly turned it over in his own zone, and that was very close to too many men on the ice for Cincinnati. Clones got to look out. That discipline is a big part of this game as well. A lot of unforced errors for Cincinnati this season, especially when you look at the bench minors. Too many men calls. That's been an issue.
Yeah, you cannot have that against this Comets team who obviously he's had some of the best success in the league, and that also means staying out of the box as well. So if you can limit going to the box and not having too many men on the ice, those are some key factors in this one.